Hey Bulls, how we doing? What's up? It's Chase. It's the Stock Sherpa. I've got the game plan for you this week on exactly what I'm going to trade, and I want to say Happy Fourth of July to all of my Bulls. I'm here in Canyon Lake, Texas, upstairs doing my video. I'm going to go outside and swim around and grill a little bit. But I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great Fourth of July, no matter where you sit politically. It's always good to celebrate our independence, no doubt. So let's get right to it. Let's go straight to those winning trades, baby. And here we are. Um, I'm going to go all the way to the top. This is actually my second video of the day, unfortunately, because I made the last one and forgot to add my screen. So I'm actually going to flip back and do a double check. Okay, here we are. So remember, guys, if you're new to the channel, this is the game plan. This is what we're going to trade this week. I have a paid service. It's $20 a month, $200 a year. You get these trades. You get when to get them. They're sent straight to your email through Substack. And the reason I use Substack is it's simply the best platform to get this to you timely. And my bulls are making money. So come join it. Come be an OG bull. If not, you can always watch this on YouTube. You just will not have the archived piece of it. And, you know, you're kind of being a cheap ass. Not really. But thanks for watching. So here we are. Game plan. We're going to do TLT puts. We're shorting the treasury just like Buffett, just like 1986. Just how Buffett became a billionaire, actually. Is mostly based on that trade, and then pick up some AXP, which is American Express. I'm going to edit that real quick. Y'all know that. And I'm going to do that in my IRAs. You can nibble or dip trade on the banks. You're going to make money if you do that too. So again, good morning and happy 4th of July, Bulls. So last week, what happened? We lost a little bit, but hedged and learned a great lesson on SOXL. And on that SOXL, depending upon when and how you did it, you actually probably made a little bit. I lost a tiny bit, but I also cashed so much in the TLT that it made money last week. So last week we cashed TLT calls mega big time, and terrible trading week. We still made money. But so on Tuesday, you followed the TLT trade, even with the SOXL trade. You had to have cashed at least 100% on the TLT if you hadn't already gotten out. And then by Tuesday, we broke even. So actually, by Tuesday, we were in profits, broke even, or made a little bit of profit on the SOXL trade by the end of the week. But remember, last week was one of the worst weeks in the history of the market. Again, downtrending market, making that money, playing with risk-adjusted returns, hitting double-digit returns on a weekly basis, and that's just what we do here. So I consider that a big win. By the way, remember these lessons for the future. So, okay, Bulls, let's look at the news for this week for the game plan. This is a trade shortened week. It's also a patriotic holiday. If you look at the market data on that, about 73% of the time we're up on weeks following a patriotic holiday with a trade shortened week. So that includes Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July. So let's look at the news that's going into this trade shortened week. There's not a lot in the Wall Street Journal. We're hearing a little bit about the military. We're hearing about this horrible tragedy that happened here in South Texas with the immigrants being found dead in the back of a truck. Horrible thing. And then a tiny little bit of news, but nothing about the stock market, just the crypto market, which is pitched as safer than bonds. Crypto giant proved risky. Yeah, no shit. I bet you they're talking about Coinbase. I didn't actually read this, but that's certainly going to be about Coinbase or maybe just Bitcoin in general. Let's get a little zoom out here, huh? There we go. Futures wobble. Barron's, by the way, remember Barron's is one of my most trusted. I like IBD and Barron's, probably the best for decent ideas for somewhat novice traders. For more experienced traders, you need to be following somebody like me or doing something like this, or just doing your own research and watching YouTube videos, or actually managing money for 14 years like I did. Yields are above 8% for the first time. He's talking about REITs. He's talking about tips on a tax-adjusted basis, particularly in a taxable account. That's not true. But in a IRA, love it if you want to be that guy, if you want to get slow returns, if you want to have to wait 10 years to get your 8%, then you could certainly do that. We're going to move towards that, but we're going to do it with some type of leverage. But he's right. Whoever the article writer here is, that's not a bad idea right now. But we all kind of know that REITs and tips are going to be the better way to go for fixed income, folks. But I don't make these for fixed income, folks. Dalio's attacking the populist. Who cares? Dalio's very inspirational writer. I love his books. Okay, Asset Manager, Marketing Machine. Gas prices, with prices spiking 17-month low. Dr. Cooper's, Copper's economy in a downbeat, whatever. Not a lot of news is the whole point here. We're not getting a lot of news about the actual market. I think that's because people are getting tired. Again, also patriotic holiday coming up. Also, how many articles can you write about how we've had the worst first half of the market in 52 years? But I am midterm bullish. I am midterm bullish, meaning short-term bullish rather, midterm bearish. And this is all jacked up. I don't know what's going on here. The point is, this week we're going to make money. Next week we're not. Well, we'll be making money, but the market will likely not. I'm most confident about this week picking up a bounce. But I do want you to proceed with caution. So what am I writing here? Short-term bullish, midterm, long-term bearish. Thanks for bearing with me there, bulls. Like I said, second video, kind of lost my flow a little bit, but we're going to proceed with caution. Here's why. Here's the whole essence of this trade. On Tuesday, which of the 26th, so is that 3 weeks from now? Yeah, that's 3 weeks from now. We have the selection of interest rates, and the end of and the first day of the FOMC meeting. Basically, on the 26th and the 27th, that's when the Fed meets and decides what they're going to do and select what they will try to do on the long term of the yield curve by affecting the yields on interest rates. Remember, the Fed does not set rates. They only set the federal funds rate, which is the midterm, short-term, overnight loan yields that are required for banks to loan each other money. And the whole idea is to affect interest rates in the long term. But if you look, rates came back down. Prices on TLT went up, and that's how we profited. So we're going to go the opposite of that today. But I think it's very important and can't be understated that the Fed cannot control interest rates. All they do is they can try to control interest rates. If the Fed could just wave a wand or type a number in a computer and make it happen, it would happen. That's the danger in stagflation. That's the danger in inflation, is that it can get out of control and we could turn into 1999 Argentina. Hopefully we won't. I don't think we will. But the whole point is we're going to make money either way, and we're going to do it now by buying TLT puts. How cool is that? Substack changed now to where they actually link up to the stock market ticker. And I think that this is so cool. I think that this just proves the validity of being a stock tout, a stock trader, a day trader, and an educator on stock twits, not stock twits, on Substack. That is, and it's just too cool. It just really validates all that I'm doing here. So what have we been doing? So since December, or really 6 months ago, beginning of the year, the rates are going to go up. We know that the number one trade I've been touting is shorting the treasury. We short the price of the treasury because yields go up, prices go down, and that's what's been happening. And every single one of these spikes with the followed downtrend right here and right here and right here is when the FOMC, the Federal Open Market Committee, came out and announced what rates they were going to change to. And that rate has been steadily climbing, meaning that this chart over the long term will be steadily falling. But we just got done cashing a mega big uptrend trade, because after the announcement, after these big downfalls, there's a little bit of a reversion to the mean, and then there's another downfall. So we have another downfall coming. So we flipped from long calls on TLT to shorts on TLT, and we're doing that by buying puts. The puts, if we zoom in, you can see how much scatteredness there is here. If you're a little bit more conservative, you can buy straddles and make money on both sides, but it's just very obvious to me that we're going to have that breaking that 110 again. Probably in the next month and definitely in the next 2 months. So what are we going to do? We're going to split it up this time. It's very, very, very easy to see the direction that this is going to move, and factoring a rate hike on the 26th. So I'm actually going to take a gamble, and I'm going to say by the 115s, right? We're at 115 right now. By the 115s for $2 or $1.99, and that's in 18 days. That's the shorter end of this. If I had 10 grand, let's say, I would put 3,000 or 30% in the shorter term leg of this option. And then I just want you to, and it's not really even a leg because it's not a split strategy or a spread. It's simply just, I want you to buy both, because I think we're going to make money on the shorter, the really quick moves back up in rates, down in price. And we're going to cash this one. And then we're going to have this guy sitting out there. And we can put a long trade or a short trade back on top. But just straight up, if you want to make money this week, be in the July 22nd of 2022's It's 18 days from now, $15 strike price with a $2 premium. So that would put our break even at 113. And then I want you to buy the very same thing. Look at the price difference on here with parity and strike. So we got 115, which is 46 days later on August 19th. That's the monthly. That's going to give you the best liquidity. And in that, we only have to pay so we have to pay 40 cents more for an extra, what's that, 28 days? Yeah, I'll do that too. So that's why I want you to go 70% or just a little bit. Buy more of the Augusts. You don't even have to buy any of the Julys, but I'm going to, because that's how we're going to get the most bang for our buck. A little bit less liquidity in those, but that means bigger ticks, and we're going to cash that. So as I've been preaching for the last 6 months, this is the easiest trade in my career as a trader. And get on this first. Other trades I mentioned, I want you, if you want to gamble in some stocks, or if you want to start dipping the toe in the water, or you sold out of your IRAs like I told you to, now it's time to buy back in a little bit. And I want you to just sprinkle or dabble or buy a little bit of American Express. That's what I'm going to do in my Roth and my traditionals. And look, if they go down, I can do the conversions. I can do whatever I want, right? But American Express is a great company. The theory is that in downturns, credit card companies do well because people are obviously inflationary periods. You got to spend more money. But also when rates go up, those maximums and minimums that they can require you to pay on cards. And then also those are going to be levered to finish that thought. And then also people are going to be consolidating debts as well. And when they do that, the default rate on these credit cards actually goes down. So American Express, you're welcome. Remember that next time there's a big recession, you can buy American Express, and you're going to be able to pick this guy up now at, what is that, 138, 140, and you'll be able to sell it somewhere back in the twos again. So you're welcome on that one. FAS is the 3-time levered on the bank, so this is just a more octane-fueled trade of the same trade before. The financials, look at the amount of bounce we get in this guy. I think it gets back up to 90, probably even a bit more than that. Over the last 2 years, we've made 100%. We've been trading FAS. Y'all know I like FAS. ERX, SOXL, and FAS are my 3 favorite levereds. And I just know how this one trades. When we get a bounce, we're going to get a quick bounce. It'll go back up to 90, and you can get it at 60. Why not do that, right? Also, still love the long oils and the short Bitcoins. So the DVNs that I published last week, you're going to have to pay and subscribe if you want to go see those. So log in and go through my archive. You'll see the Devon strikes. You'll see the Fang strikes. And you'll see the ERXs for long calls. And then I want you to buy short puts if you don't already have them on Mira. Bitcoin's gone down over the weekend, kind of like I thought. It's going to go down more when these rate changes happen and this TLT moves up. When this goes up like this, goes down like this, the crypto also goes down with it. So if we think it's going to go down and we're buying puts, go ahead and buy puts on the miners as well. A lot of you guys y'all just closed these. You can wait a couple days. Or remember, you don't have to make these trades, but this is kind of what I'm going to be doing. This is my game plan for the week ahead. I'm very, very, very bullish on the aforementioned trades. And I want to say thank you and I love you to all of my paid Substackers. This is the coolest thing ever. This is a dream come true. Y'all know how much I sacrifice to be able to do this for you guys. And it's not the same income, but it is more rewarding. And life's about fulfillment. So I appreciate you. I hit a new record last week in sales of the Substack, and the chart on the amount of subscribers I have is going like this while the market's going like this. That should tell you something if you're considering it. I'm going to give out a shout out and some love for my boy Matt from Cincinnati. Matt just sent this. He probably knew I was going to tout this on here. He made $762 in a day. That's 58% on some calls, plus another 120 in a day, and he only lost 90. So he's making 40% on a couple grand, and he's being able to clip off these profits, and you can too. All you have to do is buy my Substack. It's that easy. That's why I did this. This is what it looks like. The trades come to you in real time. I'll stop touting that too much. Y'all know what it is. Proof is in the pudding. It's happening. Get on board. Follow the Sherpa to the top of the mountain. I'm going either way. I want y'all to come with me. So just follow me up that mountain. Happy birthday to America. Celebrate our independence. Still got work to do, but it is good to be an American. And I'm going to get this sent out. Love y'all. Go subscribe to Sherpa.substack.com. I do have a podcast. It's called the Ever Bullish Podcast. And we are up in here, guys. So let's do it. All right. That's all I got. Love y'all.